pitch it.
Great, so we're representing Hyperion Technologies, and we're kind of a two-headed monster in that we have a robotics part of our business, but then also a tech transfer part of our business that does high-level strategy consulting. I'm going to talk real quickly about the robotics side. My colleague Bennett will talk about the consulting side. So on the robotics front, we've done a lot of interesting work within control of different autonomous vehicles. So we've done UAVs, but we've also have a product that I'll talk about in more detail that's a control system for unmanned boats. So a lot of times the air market gets a lot of attention, but we've identified a pretty unique gap, and there really isn't a plug-and-play commercial control system for unmanned surface vessels. We've designed one, it already has sales, and now we are working on, so we have a base controller that does simple activities, so you can sit back and click waypoints on a map to control the vehicle. But we want to go a level further and develop things like collision avoidance. So if the boat is traversing, a harbor, it'll recognize an obstacle and then make an autonomous decision. So things that are kind of similar to the Google car. And we have a $200,000 MIPS from the University of Maryland that we've won. That's in conjunction with S.K. Gupta's lab to develop that capability. We have a licensing option on it, and our next goal is to raise some capital to hire more people that can be working on connecting this higher level capability to the lower level control system that's already in the market. So that's our robotics side of the business.
Okay, and the second part is the newer part of the business, and this is something that there's definitely a need for. I'm going to read a phrase: a gradient magnetometer that isolates a signal of interest from background magnetic noise. That is a phrase that I had to read over and over and over again and then talk with the scientist about in terms of what that means. That is what is going to be a really interesting product in a way to, there's going to be a way to commercialize it, but what we want to do is do something like what we're doing with this gentleman, but work with scientists who are in labs that have patents in terms of how to turn these scientists or business people that work with them into entrepreneurs. What we will do with them is, help them market the product, but also help find out where the business is going to fit, which market segment they should talk to, do something called customer discovery, which is basically just getting out there, talking with potential customers and finding out really what the best fit for the product would be. So we've been working with, we're working with the Navy right now. We're working with a bunch of different federal labs in the Washington, D.C. area. And it's really about creating jobs and finding ways to get this technology that's stuck in these labs out for the general public.
So that's Hyperion in a nutshell. Yeah, we support the Pitch Bust initiative, and yeah, looking forward to growing as Maryland grows also.